We have passed the halfway point of 2025, and I think it's so easy to feel behind or feel like you haven't accomplished anything, but we really still have plenty of time left in the year to work on our goals, and I want to do a mid-year check-in. I feel like it's time to refocus. There are some areas I want to work on. Maybe there's some areas you want to work on, and I think it's so important to check in with yourself, reflect on the beginning of the year, look back at those goals you may have set, and figure out how you can make the most of the rest of the year. Take advantage of this second half of 2025, power through it, and really make it a great year. Let's do a mid-year check-in together. Let's feel good, let's accomplish our goals, work towards our dreams, and get it together. It is time to get back on track with consistent lifting. I'm starting a new program today. I always use the Alive app, and I'm starting the Elevate program. There's an Elevate and then an Elevate phase 2. I haven't tried either of these yet. Monday today is glutes and hamstrings, then we do a push day, rest, legs, pull. So this will be fun to try. You can customize the level and how many days you lift. I typically like to stick to 4 days of lifting. A lot of times when I try to add a fifth, it's hard for me to maintain. So it just works in my schedule. This way you can do beginner, intermediate, or advanced. I'm starting at intermediate with this one. I don't think I need to go to beginner, but not ready for advanced. So I'm excited. Starting Monday with lower body is always good. Set the tone, start it on a good note, push it hard. I haven't been consistent with lifting in quite some time, so it's gonna be challenging, and I'm probably not gonna be lifting as heavy as I could when I was consistent, but that's okay. I'm excited. New program. Let's do it. It'll be great. Let's get it together. Let's go. See you down there. Leaving the gym, and I'm so excited to debrief. Want to get back to my apartment. So I just finished day 1 of the Elevate program, right? It is, I think it's a pretty long program actually, compared to at least what I'm used to. It's 9 weeks. I think I've done some that are 8. Regardless, whatever, this is the longest one I am doing so far, but that's fine. The plan stays the same, and then the exercises on each day will be the same for a few weeks, and then they'll change for a few weeks. It felt so good being back. When I tell you I haven't followed a legit full day in a program for a while, I was kind of like hopping around here and there, which summer's crazy, right? Like that's okay, I'm not mad about it, but I'm just so happy to like be trying to get consistent again. This like excited, motivating feeling isn't gonna stick around forever, right? But I'm really happy I'm starting on such a positive note. It's interesting because like the first thing I did was hip thrust, right? And I put on a lower weight. I was like, okay, like we'll kind of see where I'm at. Did my first set and I'm like, wait, I could maybe go up. And then I'm like, you know what? That might be jumping the gun a little bit. So then I did my second set and I'm like, yes, we're gonna stay here for now. I think already next week I might be able to go up a little bit, but I feel really confident with the weights that I chose today. I'm probably gonna be sore tomorrow and I don't wanna push it too hard, especially not really being in it for a while. So I feel like I lifted heavy enough, but not too heavy, where I know I'm not at my peak right now, and that's just self-awareness. But regardless, it felt amazing. I did sub out one exercise. This is the one I couldn't do, and then when I clicked on it, it gave me alternative exercises, and I could just do RDLs, and I'm like, this is great. I love it. I'm happy. I just feel so right. I feel so like me. I needed this. I needed this. I've honestly had such a good start to the day. I'm in such a good mood. It's crazy because I feel like I'm full of energy, and I didn't even sleep that great last night. I intended on going to bed early and I don't know what happened. But so I thought I would be like low energy today. No, I'm motivated. Like I want to reflect, I want to do the inner work, and I want to just set up the rest of the year, the second half of the year, for success. But I'm fresh out the shower. Duncan got his exercise. I'm just feeling really good in my body, and I feel like I haven't felt that way in a little bit. Before I get dressed, I want to show you a few pieces from Quince that they were so kind to gift me. I actually heard of them through one of my friends in my apartment building. She is like obsessed with them. She said she's been really trying to upgrade her closet, and she's been switching out like old pieces that are on their deathbed and replacing them with pieces from Quince because they have such an awesome selection of like basics, stylish pieces, loungewear, activewear, pajamas, etc. But the thing is, they're really high quality and should last a really long time, but they're not super expensive because wearing quality pieces that actually last you shouldn't be a luxury, and they're big on sustainability with both their materials but also their packaging, etc. I've mentioned before that I don't really own pajamas, and I want to wear pajamas. I normally wear just like a t-shirt to bed, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I love wearing actual pajama sets, and I never knew where to buy them. I never knew like what to wear. I don't know. And now I found the place. Look at how cute this set is. I'm absolutely wearing it tonight. I think it's adorable. It's a linen material. It's very like lightweight. I love the blue and white stripes. I think it very much gives like pajamas. If you're watching Ryan Trahan's 50 States series, it's very much giving jammy time. And you should romanticize sleep because your sleep quality is so important. And for the winter, these are absolutely so perfect. Even for Texas, like they're very lightweight. Temperature is a very big thing that impacts your sleep quality. Like in the winter, you don't always want to wear shorts and t-shirts, but they're lightweight where I don't think I'll sweat a bunch in my sleep, you know? I love the material. I also just feel luxurious. And the last pair meets you in the middle. Short sleeves on top, pants on bottom. As you know, I'm constantly wearing sweat shorts. This is truly like my summer uniform. These are super cute. They're soft, but they're very lightweight. A different material. These are less soft, like fuzzy soft, but they're soft, like smooth, and still very lightweight. I just always need good sweat shorts. And the last piece is my outfit for the day. I love a jumpsuit. These like one piece things, I think they're so fun. They're so easy. They're an instant outfit. This one's like silky smooth. It's more active. I don't know how much working out I would do in this, but I would definitely do a lot of walks and a lot of lounging in this. Like this is more loungewear to me, but I like it like that. I think the color is very cute too. Of course, I'll have all of these pieces linked in the description box. You can shop directly, and new customers can get 20% off their first order when they sign up for emails. Thank you to Quince for this lovely gift. It is now time to reflect. I'm gonna finish putting myself together and let's get to work. I really want the next hour or two to be very productive, very reflective. I just want to romanticize it. So I want to set the tone. I'm gonna make an iced latte. Nothing gets you in the groove of things, motivated to get in flow, like a nice latte. Oop. Perfect, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, tasty, delightful, motivating, etc. All right, I have my computer. I also have my journal. I want to be writing in this. I very much encourage you to do this with me. I think it's really important to check in with yourself mid-year, but ideally I would do this like every quarter or maybe even every month. It doesn't take long. I feel like reflecting and just trying to align yourself with goals and whatever can really set you on track and get you in a good mindset and excel you forward and allow you to make progress in really any area, whether it be work, hobbies, fitness journey, habits, whatever. Finances even, like maybe you have financial goals, saving money, stuff like that. 7/14/25. Okay, so I had this idea of doing kind of a mid-year check-in because I really want to move the needle myself. I was thinking about like, oh my gosh, I went to Canada, came back, it's July. Like June's gone, it's July, it's mid-July. We only have August, and then summer technically starts winding down, right? Then it's already fall. Like time is just flying by so fast. As it does, the older you get, time just flies by. And a lot of times that you think back, I mean, I know I'm not the only one, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't done anything this year. Like what? Like where? I need to refocus. And so there are two areas for me specifically that I really want to move the needle on. And I feel like I keep thinking about these things all the time and I haven't actually made real progress. And that's just me admitting it. Like I really haven't. It's my fitness journey and my YouTube channel. I really just want to like move the needle. I feel like I've been kind of stuck in both areas, and as much as I love both things, I'm not putting them down for any reason, but I need to change things up. I need to revamp them. I need to refocus. I just need to figure out like what's it gonna take for me to move the needle. For my fitness journey, like I really believe in balance, but also at the same time, like I feel like I've had the same goals for so long. Same with my YouTube channel. I feel like I've had the same goals for so long, and I'm not necessarily growing growing. And I love my audience I have, okay? I'm so thankful for every single person that chooses to click, watch, view, support me in any way, shape, or form. But I do want to continue growing. I want to reach new people, and that's just the reality of it. Okay, that's my context. But basically, so I was pouring these thoughts into ChatGPT, which I honestly don't even use very often, but it gave me this like mid-year check-in prompt and framework, and I was reading through it and I'm like, dang, this is really good. Like, I love it. We're gonna journal about it, and I'm gonna talk you through the prompts and everything so that you can do it too, because I think it's gonna be pretty helpful. The first thing it says to do, which I've kind of already done, is set the vibe. Okay, if you want to actually reflect, dedicate some time, you don't want your mind to be in a million places, set the vibe, romanticize it. Use this as a workshop. You're bettering yourself. Pick a day when you can unplug for a few hours. Make it a ritual, whether you have tea, a playlist, a journal, no distractions. I have my journal here. I have a fresh coffee. I guess I could light a candle, but you know what? Let's do it. I have a candle in my bathroom. Let's light it. Let's continue the ambiance. Romanticize everything that you can, because every day is truly a gift. Not everyone gets to see another day. Aging is a privilege. All right. Vibe is even more set. It says, treat it like a mini retreat for you. I love it already. So the first step, before you can kind of move forward, I think it's important to reflect. Look backward, not as if like you're jumping back into the past and like living in the past. The past is the past, but we can learn from it, right? First, ask yourself some questions. The first question is, what were my biggest wins so far? This can be anything. For me, I feel like a really huge win was going on my first brand trip, going to Abu Dhabi. That was crazy. So out of my comfort zone. Such a great opportunity. And also, I feel like just creating a life for myself. I feel like my life here in Austin was kind of rocky last year, with a big transition. It's hard. And I feel like this year I've really gotten a grasp on things. Most of my problems that I feel like I had last year, I have worked on, which I'm really happy to say. In terms of like a transition, moving, stuff like that. I have a solid group of friends here. I do have a lot of awesome wins this year. And I would say those are two really big ones. What did I hope for at the start that hasn't happened yet, and why? Well, one of the biggest things I really want to accomplish is hitting 100,000 subscribers. And that hasn't happened yet. Well, why? There's probably a lot of reasons why. On a surface level, it's like, well, my views are lower, therefore I'm not growing. And then you can take that and dig even deeper. Okay, well, why are my views lower? Reflection can be harsh sometimes, and I do think some of my videos do have great quality content, but they're not reaching people. So then I need to think like, okay, maybe I'm boring people. Maybe my watch time is low. If you don't know much about YouTube, it might be a little confusing, but it's like, well, I'm aware that my thumbnails aren't as good, and I haven't put in the effort to try to make them better. When I make a thumbnail, I truly am trying. It's just, that is something that I've been so weak at for forever. I think making thumbnails is the hardest task. I just don't have an eye for it, but I need to work on that, because that is something that ultimately is going to help me grow my channel. Also, I don't think I've put enough time and work and energy into new ideas, new videos, like exciting things, fun topics. Like, I need to work on that. The complicated thing about this industry is like, okay, I need to work on that, but what does that even mean? There's no formula, there's no ladder, there's no specific way of like working on these things. You have to test things, and I feel like I almost know what I need to do. It's just a matter of doing it and admitting that, maybe what I'm doing now, even if I enjoy it, it's not working, and you can keep what you enjoy, but still move forward with change as well. I'm saying this to myself, but also to you. Where did I surprise myself? Well, honestly, the brand trip, yes, that was a huge win, but it was a big surprise too. And how often I actually stuck with my daily uploads when I started the year with 75 Hard. No, I didn't do the full 75 days, but I can't believe I daily uploaded for as long as I did. That was a surprise. What did I love doing that I want more of? Trying new things. As you know, I've been trying to do one new thing every month this year, and I think that has brought me so much joy and so much fun, and it's been really beneficial for myself, and I loved it. And that's something I want to do more of, and I'm going to, because we got plenty more months left in the year that I got to do something new every month for. The cool thing about this is it gives you an idea. It's like, oh, you can break this down for life, fitness, work, personal growth. So you can take each of these questions and answer them for each category. I just did it very general, but I think this is a really awesome exercise. After reflecting on the past, then you move to the present. So it says reality check, where am I now? Different categories. So there's health. How do I feel in my body? Well, today I actually feel really good. I feel like last week was kind of a funky week for me. Prior to that, I was in Canada. There's been a lot of variables, but I'm really excited to get back to sticking to it, being consistent, and I know I can do it. That is something that I know know I can do. I'm good at showing up. I'm always good about going to the gym. What I'm bad about is my nutrition. So I know what I need to fix. Next category is mind. It says, am I clear and excited or foggy and stuck? You know, I feel like I was feeling kind of foggy and stuck, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to shift to clear and excited. I actually feel like I've had a really productive past week in terms of trying to work on YouTube stuff. And so I'm in that transition right now from feeling foggy and stuck to going to clear and excited. I feel like I probably said I'm excited like 30 times today because I've truly just been so excited for today. Money/work. Am I on track? Am I behind or am I ahead? So I am someone who has always been so behind with my uploads. Like I will finish editing a video that needs to go live that day, which is just not a good habit. I always want to be at least one step ahead. And right now I'm actually a video ahead, which is crazy, but I need to maintain that and work even more ahead because I feel like when I'm actually ahead, it allows me more time to work on things to better my future and then better everything. I'm not constantly playing catch up, or if I do have a travel coming up or something like that, it allows that flexibility. And when you're not behind, I feel like you're so much more present mentally, but then it allows you to put more effort into the present moment, but also into your future self. Relationships, who/what feels good, who/what doesn't. I'm not gonna go into like details with this on camera, but also I feel like everything's pretty good for me right now. And you can take time rating each of these questions on 1 to 10 if that helps, and then you can refer back to it and do check-ins, right? Like, okay, if I was at a 5 for something, next week, what am I at? Next month, what am I at? How am I working to change these things? Next says recommit. What stays, what goes. I actually really like this section because we're mid-year, right? Are you the same person that you were starting out 2025? Probably yes and no, right? It says which goals still matter. So if you had goals you made in the new year, say you have 10 goals, well, 5 of those may not even be relevant. Maybe they still are, but there might be some that just simply don't matter that you thought mattered and don't. Which ones can I release with no guilt? I really like that. Like sometimes you set a goal for yourself and then later on, you know, you're not reaching the goal, but maybe the goal just wasn't even meant for you. Maybe it's not that like you can't do it, but maybe you just need to release it, take the pressure off, and it's just not a goal you need to work on. What's the one thing that will make the biggest difference by the year's end? For me, honestly, as silly as it might sound, I think locking in on my nutrition affects so many things. My performance, my appearance, which honestly, I can't even lie, my appearance, you know, does translate into thumbnails, which also could translate into views. That's just how it is when you're in the, you know, like wellness type of niche. And I'm not saying I work out just for views because I don't have a 6-pack. I would like to say I'm not fake in that way. What else though? I think me just being ahead, man, and like dedicating time to working on simply growth within YouTube. Not just working on YouTube, but working on growth. New things, new ideas, what is gonna move the needle? What's one habit that needs to go? So I read this thing, I think this year at some point, and it was saying how habits are something you do every day, right? And so if you wanna change the habit, you have to replace it with a new one. So say you hit the snooze every morning, right? Okay, well, replacing that habit is getting out of bed when your alarm goes off every morning. It might sound silly, but instead of thinking about getting rid of a habit, think about what you can replace it with. So for me, a habit that needs to go, doom scrolling and procrastination. Honestly, and also just like the fear of being seen. I feel like that's why I was so hesitant to try to like post more short form for the longest time, is it's just like weird for me and I almost feel less confident in it. Like my YouTube videos, I know who I am. I'm confident. Like I can just do my thing, whatever. But for some reason, short form just sits differently with me. And I feel like I'm finally starting to kind of let that go. I've been posting more short form. Follow me on those platforms. If you don't, I think that's a good thing. What's one tiny habit to add? Going to bed early when I say I want to go to bed early. That's what I gotta do. I haven't written anything down because I've just been talking to you verbally about it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and write a lot of this stuff down, kind of just like freestyle, whatever. But it says, okay, write it in your planner or make a vision board, whether it's online, it's physical, or use sticky notes. Like do any sort of visual that's gonna help your mind both reflect, reality check, and move forward. I know this was a lot of talking and rambling, and I talked a little bit about like what I'm thinking for my personal life, but I really want you to do it for yourself because I do think it's so important. And you know, we're already in July, which is crazy, but we still have the rest of July, August, September, October, November, December. We still have time left in the year. The year's not over. And if you don't act now, well, you're just gonna have less and less time. So it's like make the most of the rest of the year that is to come. And honestly, I wanna hear like what you're working on. what is relevant in your life that you really just want to move the needle on, or like you want to lock in for the next 5.5 months. And it doesn't have to be fitness. Maybe it is fitness, but maybe you have a hobby that you've either always wanted to start or you want to put more time into because you keep neglecting it, or relationships. Like, what are you working on? I also think hearing what other people's goals are helps me like touch grass. I mean, it's good to do that like in a literal sense, but also it's like very grounding, and it's just such a nice like community builder. And I don't know. I want to know like what's going on in other people's lives. Maybe you can also inspire me with your ideas, your goals, and I don't know, I'm just feeling motivated and I want to get going on things. And I hope you do too, no matter what area that may be. Some questions it has listed to spark some ideas are really awesome to help you think of areas that you want to reflect on. This says, what do I want the rest of the year to feel like? What does success look like now? Has it changed since January? What do I want to stop proving, forcing, or fixing? What's the tiny daily thing that supports my big goal? Because remember, every single day adds up to the week, adds up to the month, adds up to the year, adds up to the 5 years, the 10 years, etc. Like what you do day to day creates who you are and creates your future, right? Something I also like that it says is to pick a word for the next half of the year. And so I really want you to talk to me about your goals, but also if you have a word that can like summarize how you want the rest of the year to feel to you, what would that be? I'm gonna try to come up with one for myself over the next little bit. Okay, it's been over an hour. I had a good journal sesh, just like reflecting, answering those prompts, writing things down. And then I also did a lot of YouTube brainstorming and stuff. So I'm feeling really good, productive. I have plans I'm trying to plan out, figure out, and I just feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm just feeling good. I have been sitting for a while though, so I need to get some steps in. I'm gonna set that up, walk for a bit, and then we're gonna take Duncan, have some dinner. It's been a good day. And I really hope you're on this journey with me and are motivated and wanna just set the rest of your year up for success. That's the goal. I blew the fuse. Keith is making soup, so ignore the stuff on the counter, but I wanted to show you. I finally bought a tea kettle. I know so many people are like, Morgan, why do you make your tea so weird? I just didn't have a kettle and I was torn. I really wanted to buy one that was a very cute, like unique pattern or something really cute that I would leave out on the stove that had character to it. However, those are typically really expensive and I'm like, I just don't want to spend a bunch of money on a tea kettle right now. And so I got this plain stainless steel one for $7 on Amazon Prime Day. Regardless, it does the same thing. Let's make some tea. Add some water right into it, which is crazy. Peppermint tea, like I always do. Get it ready in a mug, and then I wanted some ginger. So I like shredded the ginger in once. I have this ginger root, but I kind of want to just like literally cut a little piece off and let it sit in there because I don't want to like drink up the little pieces, the little like shards. I just want the ginger to like marinate in it, and I don't know if I'm still gonna get the benefits of ginger, but that's what we're gonna try. So I'm literally just cutting off a piece of the ginger root. I mean, I have nothing else to use this for, so it's fine. And I'm gonna put it in there. Once the water's hot, I'll brew it over top and they'll both sit together, the tea bag and the ginger root. I also have ground turmeric powder. I wonder if that could do something. There's benefits to this, right? We're just gonna do a bunch of random stuff and maybe it's gonna be amazing on my stomach. I don't know. I mean, I'm not having issues, but like you could always have a healthier tummy, right? You hear that? It says to cover it for 10 minutes, but Now this is some real tea. I'm excited. This is great. Check the jammies. I love how just like lightweight they are. It's been a good day. I know I didn't film a ton this afternoon. I really wonder what this lighting is like right now. I have red lights on and a salt lamp, but I have my red light glasses, so like I have no idea what I'm looking at. I've really just been working on me, my channel, brainstorming things, like just a lot of that stuff on paper, and I'm feeling really good. I've had a pretty solid day. So mid-year check-in, where are you at? What have you done? What are you trying to do? Remember, reflect on the past, the present, and the future. What can you change for the rest of the year? It's so important to check in with yourself in all areas of your life. So I hope this was a little bit of inspiration for you. I am excited for the rest of the year. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you've not. Also check out Quince. All the pieces are in the description box. And I will see you in my next one.